How to cook a low and slow vegetarian moussaka. Hello everybody, my name is James Howe, this is Chef at Home. Today I'm rounding off this series on slow cooked dishes with a vegetarian moussaka. For some God alone knows why reason, I can't say that word without falling into some really weird accent. Try that again. Moussaka, moussaka, moussaka. No, didn't help. Before we get into it, a little bit of housekeeping. First is that, as always, the ingredients will be in the description below. So if you want to have a go at it, there's your shopping list. And the second, if you like the recipe, hit the like button, hit subscribe, because there's plenty more where that came from. Anyway, let's get on with the prep. Alright, so job one, we need to make our vegetable filling. So I'm going to start off finely dicing an onion. And that one into the bowl. Then dice up a carrot. And in as well. Celery. In. Then a courgette. Then a courgette. Three bulbs of garlic. Couple of peppers, and in there you go. Now we're going to prep some mushrooms, keep the stalks, and just whip that peel off. Now I'm going to take a break from chopping for a second and just grate these mushrooms into the mix. Give that a good mix up, and that can just sit on the side until you need it. Next up, aubergine. So you just want clean 1/2 centimetre slices. Now these contain a lot of water that could end up making the dish a bit sloppy. So grab yourself a tray, just lay them out, then give them a really good salt. And we're going to let the salt draw out all that moisture for about 20 minutes, half an hour. Then grab your spuds, whip off the skin. And we're just going to do nice thin slices. And that can just rest there till we need it. Then last little bit of prep, we need some bechamel sauce. So in with the butter, a bit plain flour, and your milk. Just going through this quickly now, but there's more of an in-depth look at this in the masterclass. If I'm clever enough, I'll link that somewhere here. If not, just look on the channel for how to cook playlist. I think it's like lesson 7, lesson 8, something like that. Now you can leave it at that, or you can fold in some mustard and some grated cheese and make it a cheese sauce. For me, I think it's just better when the cheese is just grated on the top and not in the sauce on this particular dish, but it's entirely up to you. Then whence? I doth proclaim the sauce be done, you fucking knobhead. When the sauce is done, just put it at the back, allow it to cool for when we build the moussaka later. Alright, onto the cooking part. So pan on, medium heat, a little bit of oil. And all the veg that we chopped up earlier, straight in. So not only have we got lots of different flavours going by all these different veg that are in the pan, we're also recreating that mince-like texture with the grated mushrooms. If you fall into the camp of you don't want food that even resembles meat, so you don't want to use Quorn or anything like that, this is a perfect replacement. So chuck a lid on that. Give that 5 minutes just to sweat down. And in just a matter of minutes, that's all nicely sweat down. We're going to add in some tomato sauce and season with some dried oregano and a little bit of cinnamon. Lid back on and we'll let that boil for about 10 minutes. Now while that's simmering away, go back to your aubergines and we're just going to drain off all this water that's come out of them. Probably be quite surprised just how much of it there is. And when you're about ready to build a nice clean dish, in with your veg, then a layer of potatoes. Don't really have to be too particular with this, they can go on any way you like really. As long as there's a nice decent layer, doesn't really matter. After that, another layer of the veg. Then your aubergine. And last but not least, bechamel sauce. And top that off with some grated cheese. Then into the oven about 100 for about 5-6 hours, as long as you need it really. To plate it up then, cut out a ring of this moussaka, then just to be a little bit chefy, just do a handful of nice pea shoots. There we go then, that is my vegetarian moussaka. And that one draws to a close this series on slow cooked dishes. Next week is the start of a new series where we're going to be looking at 5 of my favourite breakfast items. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.